South Africans today headed to the polls to vote in the country's sixth democratic elections. Political analysts have called it the biggest election since the dawn of democracy. KUTV's Vincent Odundo looks at what will determine the outcome of these elections. He begins by clarifying just how big the 2019 polls is for South Africa.
In 25 years of independence, South Africans today headed to the polls in their millions. The choice is wide, with 48 parties to choose from. In the national and provincial elections, voting in more than 22,000 polling stations kicked off across the country. Early to the polls, former President Thabo Mbeki made his way to cast his vote, urging for conscious and issue-dictated selection in the long ballot.
And we once more want to thank the ground forces of the EFF, who have done everything humanly possible for the EFF to win these elections. We have now voted, and once the stations are closed, the waiting period starts. So we'll wait, and South Africans will tell us what they've decided.
Mbeki was elected in his time through the ANC, which in this poll faces the challenge of an insurgent radical party from the left, led by charismatic former ANC member Julius Malema.
The important thing today is that really everybody must go out to vote. And I think the voters, I hope the voters are really applying their minds to this.
The key issues on this poll are corruption, poverty, land reforms, and staggering unemployment ratios among the youth. President Cyril Ramaphosa is promising voters that he will crack down on corruption in the ruling African National Congress, following years of graft scandals associated with his predecessor Jacob Zuma's time in office. This election is the first measure of whether President Cyril Ramaphosa can reinvigorate support for a party whose backing rests largely on its liberation credentials, but now faces the prospect of a reduced majority. As the Democratic Alliance, EFF, ANC and 45 others battle it out in the polls today, many South Africans, especially the youth, are disaffected by the political parties and are opting out of the vote entirely.
And I just voted for the first time. The reason I voted is because I just want my vote to count. Because sitting at home won't actually make a difference.
Millions didn't even bother to register to vote. For KUTV, I'm Vincent Odundo.